welcome to wood class number 4. Granted, we're doing a little bit of the number 3 stuff on it because it went a little long and it's getting a little late. So most of what wood class number 4 is going to be is putting some stain and finish on it, and then putting the mechanics on the bottom of it again. So here I'm going to take off the clamp. Oh, that's a good clamp. Ooh. There's a clamp. Take this clamp off. Here we go. Put it back in here. And here, our lazy Susan is all made. So we need to put dowels in the bottom. That's the key thing here. Yep, I'm making sure none of the pieces, yeah, excellent. So we got to measure in how far we're going to put the dowels in. And you need to put your glasses on if you do stuff like this, because this is very delicate work. Okay. Okay. Looks like it's 2.5 plus a little bit here. So we want to go in another almost 1/4 inch. So what do we got there? Yeah, that's half, so that'd be a 1/4 inch. So we'll add a 1/4 inch to each one. So where's my pencil? So the first one, 2.5 plus a 16th. Oh, 2.5 plus an 1/8. So it'll be 2 7/8 minus a hair. So what we do is we turn it upside down like this. Eyeball it down and make sure it's straight. Oops, turn it around so the right scale is on there. So we got 2.5 7/8 minus a hair, and we're right in line with the things. About a 1/4 inch. Oops, right scale. Yep, got a 1/4 inch. We're at 3/4 there, so we'll just go to 3. And this side. So we have a little leeway. We miss by a little, it's not going to be the end of the world, I hope. If it is, I won't worry about it. The end of the world's not going to bother me too much, I hope. There we go. Okay, does it look good? No, it's not good. Never mind. But it's good this way. Right here. Maybe better. Make sure that one's good. Okay, the final one. 2.5. That's 2 3/4 plus there. 2 3/4. Just look at it this way. This much. This much. Okay, that should do it. Okay. Okay, time for the drilling. The drilling. Here, let's look on the other side. Make sure we hit it. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, we're good. Alright. Good. Okay, now we're going to take our dowels, which were pre-made. Pre-made dowels. Yeah. Put some glue on it. Pull out our shillelagh and whack it. Yeah, that's good. One more. Notice how the shillelagh brings a little of the forest with it when you're doing it. And here it comes. Wipe off the glue. Wipe off the glue. Wipe off the glue. Ha. Oops. This one came apart. Okay. That's what you do with that. Take the put a little glue in there. See how it came apart? That occasionally happens. Means the glue wasn't on there good enough for the other part, which is why we put the dowels in, just in case. Okay, so here's what we do. We just simply put a little glue in there like that. Get another piece of wood. Pad on it. Remember which one it is? There it is. No, still not. Yeah, there we go. All right. So we're going to leave this till next time. First I'm going to saw these off and do the usual sanding. Can't quite saw them off quite as deep as I did before because they're not as close to the edge. Get the sander. Voila. Real quick. I might put my earmuffs on for this because these are a little bigger than the other ones. Okay, there we go. So the next thing to do when we come back is we'll do some hand sanding and slight little bits of patch. Maybe there might not be any patching to do, and then we'll stain it. And that's what we'll do. Well, thank you very much. Isn't it pretty? Look, can you imagine spices on this? Eye of newt, hair of toad, you know, little moonbeam here. You put it all in a pot, smokes up, turns you into a shining prince. So there it is, all set. Hello, folks. Okay, you remember last time we put the dowels in the bottom and stuff? I since then did a little bit of patch and a little bit of hand sanding on it and got it ready for this, for staining. And Trudy and I, after some stuff that I actually forgot, got around to deciding on some natural stain. So we're going to put the natural stain on there. So as usual, it's good to put the bottom on first. Here's our tests. Put the bottom on first. Yeah. That way you get a kind of an idea of how it's gonna go on. There, we're getting there. So all those test spots under on the bottom will be under the Lazy Susan mechanism, so nobody will be able to see that part. So see these gloves, they've got all kinds of stuff on them. That's because in the current situation, gloves are extremely valuable. And so I've been using the same gloves over and over and over again, just like other folks do. There we go. Plenty on there. So it looks like this is going to take some. In other words, it's soaking it up a little bit. I want to make sure I get plenty on there. Oh yeah, that's going to take it good. So what we want to do is also get the inside in here first. So what this will look like when it's done is kind of like natural wood, only with finish on it. It'll be a little darker, as you can see. It's a little darker than the natural wood. Comes out pretty cool. See the knot coming out there? See, getting the bottom part here. So as per usual, it's usually good to do the bottom of whatever you're doing first, because what happens after that is if you do the top first, it means you have to redo the top afterwards because it gets all over your, get fingerprints on the top and stuff like that. The bottom's okay. Once you flip it over, it's on the bottom. Okay, now let's get this part down in here. Oops. There's my wet part. There it is. So all the out of the way places, hard to get places, you get those first. There we go. So your philosophy, do you eat your peas first or you eat your dessert first? In this, it's always good to eat the peas first. Yes. I'm generally into peas first, but there's some very practical reasons why to eat peas first. Yeah, see how much that's soaking in? I have to rub it in really hard to get the stuff to take. That's because this wood soaks it up. There we go. So here's a knot that has some little goobers on the side. You get to a knot with goobers or to a patch, put even more on there. Spot there. Normally, if your stain is taking easily and it's not soaking it up, you wouldn't have to rub it like this, and there wouldn't be so many extra spots you have to get. But it's not a problem. You just keep going at it until it's good and soaked in. There it is. There it is. And if you have some little blotchy spots, that's kind of okay, because the stuff kind of soaks in and does its own thing and evens out in the end. But you have to get enough on there. So you'll notice how the natural just kind of darkens the wood. Doesn't change it too much, just changes the tone, makes it a little darker, and brings out the grain a bit. And that's all it does. So, you guys see any places we missed? I don't, not now. Yeah. Oh, there's a little spot. Just to soak in a bit. Sometimes on the end grain like that. It doesn't exactly soak in so easy. Alright. Alright. So is that nice enough? Look at the little sheen in there. Looks pretty cool. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll set it aside to dry and come back in a little while and we'll put a coat of clear coat on it. Okay, until then, you know, hi-oh silver away. Whoa, we just got through letting the stain dry. Here I'm stirring up our clear coat. Now we're going to put one coat of clear coat on this. Here it is. And then we'll only be filming one coat. We're going to put 3 coats on there. This says that after 1 hour we can put this stuff on, so we'll see if they're lying or not. Okay. So again, I'm going to put it on the bottom first. So, being a lazy Susan, usually has food situations going on with it. Granted, spices aren't all that messy. If you spill some spices on something, it's probably not going to hurt it too much or get it messy. But you want it good and sealed, just in case, you know, the spice happens to be eye of newt or some other kind of serious magical substance that might soak into the wood. Okay, now I'm going to do that part right there. Now I'm going to do the little supports. Doing the inside of the support right there, inside the support right there, inside the support right there, on the sides and fronts of the supports, sides and fronts of the supports. There we go, side and front of the supports. There it is. And make sure there's no drips and stuff. Now we're going to do this part underneath in there. So notice how I'm doing peas first. I'm doing all the hard to get spots first. Especially, we want to make sure and get this well done, this part and this part, because that's where all the spices sit. It's on those parts. Okay, now, since we've got most of that done, wait a minute, there's a little spot there. Yeah, a little spot here. I think it's just soaking in, that's really what that is. We'll be back, put more coats on. But I won't have you watch that. You guys have seen it many times. So next time you see it after this, we're going to put the mechanism back on the bottom, cover up all our tests for stains here. What do you think? Did we choose the right stain? Looks pretty good. Okay. So what we can do is take our drying rack here, lay it on the well, actually, let's get this side here, this side first. The edge. Seems to be a plane up there having a little bit of trouble. Hopefully it won't crash on us. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we put it on our little drying rack right here. Now it's easy to do the rest. Just put some on this like so. On this like so. Whoops. Piece of schmutz. No schmutz. Put it on there like so. I, of course, forgot to put my glasses on. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to finish this all up, then I'm going to have to see, oh no, I have to do it all over again. I didn't see any of that. I'm kidding, I hope. Here we come. Let's put a little bit more on the top part. Okay, and around the edge. Okay, there's a drip there. Let's get that. Okay, drips in here. Drips on these little edges. It's always good to see the little edges that you've gone by. If I'm doing this and there's an edge right here, chances are it'll swipe by there and put a little drip on it. And later on you'll be cussing about it. Okay. That looks pretty good. Now let me put my glasses on and see if I have to do the whole thing over again or not. I don't think so. I think it's pretty good. A little bit of schmutz there. No, that's not schmutz, that's grain. Yes, yes. Okay, that's it, folks. Very good. Thank you very much. Hello, folks. We have one more operation to do. It'll be very quick. Remember when we put the mechanism on, we took it off to do all the sanding and do all the staining and the clear coat and all that. Well, now we have to put it back on. And here it goes. I've got it on there and in the same holes. I put all the same screws, probably not in the same order and not in the same order with the holes, but here we go. The big grand finale. Put in the screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And after all that time, we are now finished. Thank you very much. This is the last, segment of part 4 of our Lazy Susan wood class. And you remember when we did part 1, I came in here and measured this cabinet to see how big it was to fit it in, and it's supposed to have spices on it. Here are Trudy's spices, and here it goes. This is what it does. And you just turn it around, and when you want a spice, you pick it off, and you turn it around and get other ones. And there it is. So, magnificent, eh? And you can see these spices here are just tall enough so that you can see the names on these spices. When you look under here, here's a spot for boxed spices and other things. She's got a boxed spice in there, or some kind of box. And so there it is. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending. And anybody who has built one of these gets an A in the class. However, we're not giving out grades, so never mind. So take care.